Google Docs are practically a staple in VTuber culture on social media, to the point of being a meme. Every day, someone is getting exposed as a horrible person with a really long Google Doc. But what have I told you? A lot of VTuber Google Docs are malicious in nature, meant to deplatform someone they don't like. Well, I'll tell you how to spot misleading Google Docs, then go into why they do that. Here are the ways Google Docs can be misleading. Super long doc, super short abstract. So you start the Google Doc and notice this thing is 600 pages long, but it has an abstract on it. An abstract is an introduction that works to summarize the information in essays or research papers. They're very helpful. However, in VTubing, the abstract is usually filled with lies and emotionally charged language and misinterpretations of behavior. The reason they do it this way is because when you see how long this stupid thing is, you're not going to want to take time to read it. So you just read the abstract, and there's your conclusion. It's a malicious way of giving the doc some form of credibility, and it is done a lot, specifically to smaller VTubers. And the entire reason it is done to smaller VTubers in that way is because it is harder for a smaller VTuber to defend themselves legally and socially. They don't really have a community to go out and squash lies, so they kind of just have to take it. Not gonna lie. Next is interpretations of what evidence actually means. Okay, so you made it past the abstract and get to the first screenshot. The screenshot seems pretty innocuous. Friend behavior with the friend venting about their bad day. You're about to scroll past, but see an interpretation at the bottom that has a wildly different conclusion from you. This is used the same way as therapy speak, a common abuse tactic done specifically to manipulate people. They are trying to make it sound worse than it is, so you take their side. I was a victim of trauma dumping to manipulate me, showing just how unhinged and evil this person is. The reason they do this is because hurt is a subjective thing, but everyone will side with them if they appear to be hurt. It's a way to self victimize themselves, and quite frankly, it's always pathetic when I catch it. I have read so many of these fucking documents at this point that I pretty much know how to spot the bullshit ones. Like I know when you're fucking lying at this point because it's really easy to tell. The reason these things are done in docs is specifically to ruin a smaller VTuber's career because I personally dislike them. Now, for my personal message to doc makers and victims of this behavior, I understand that you aren't someone's therapist, but when you're trying to form a genuine connection with someone, they're going to vent. That's how friendships work. If you're too emotionally immature to exist in the same space as someone you dislike, please leave. You have ruined social media, VTuber friendships, etc. To victims of false allegations and documents, I am very, 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 very sorry for what you've been through. And I hope that someday you are able to heal from this terrible thing. People take false allegations nowadays as this is a joke. This is a funny thing to do to someone. If I make this false allegation, I can get rid of them, and it'll be funny as hell. But it just kind of shows how sociopathic humans have become. And I've started like losing hope in humans because of that reason. But I will try my hardest to not hate every single person because of some clout chasing Nimrod starting drama with people. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.